Okay, so here we're going to find the standard form of the equation of a hyperbola given the following. It passes through the order pair of 5, 4, and we have vertices -2, 1, and 2, 1. So the very first thing that I would like to do on this is I would go ahead and draw this. So I have -2, 1 for one of my vertices, +2, 1 for the second. So again, that tells us a couple different things here with a hyperbola. So that means it's going to be opening right and left. Therefore, x would be the very first portion or first fraction of the hyperbola. The other thing that tells us, since we know that the center is going to be halfway in between the two vertices, that will give us the order pair of 0, 1. So we can go ahead and substitute that in for h and k. Now, let's go ahead and think about where would our a squared values and our b squared values be. Remember, this is the difference between a hyperbola and an ellipse. So a hyperbola, a squared is always first. The x and y are the ones that switch the order and tell you which way it's opening. But again, a is the difference between the center and the vertices. So in both cases here, if we count to the right and the left from the center, we get a to be 2. Therefore, we can go ahead and plug in a squared under our x. And then in the next case, we need to find b squared. B squared is going to go under our y value, but what will give us our b squared? If we take a look at our given information, the only thing we haven't used, we've used our vertices, we haven't used the point that is passed through, 5, 4. So let's go ahead and substitute that in for x and y, and then that will give us our b squared. So if we substitute in 5 for our x, then we'll substitute in 4 for our y, so a 4 minus 1 quantity squared, and that'll be over b squared. We're now going to be able to actually solve this equation here. Okay, so we will have 25 over 4 equals 9 over, minus 9 over b squared equals 1. Let me go ahead and subtract 25 over 4 from both sides. So we'll get negative 9b squared equals negative 21 over 4. And then I'll cross multiply in this instance. Negative 21b squared equals negative 36. Divide by the 21, the negative 21, so two negatives would become a positive. Therefore, we get b squared to be 36 over 21. So we'll substitute into our original equation here. 36 over 21. And actually taking a look at this, we should probably reduce 36 over 21. So let me go ahead and do that. I'm going to reduce that by 3 on each of those. So 36 over 21 would be actually 12 over 7.